Hi everyone, it is Tuesday, that means it's time for another video. In today's episode we will be creating Anna's Café. This will be a bar right in the middle of the Minutemen castle. Let's jump right into it. As any other build, I decided to start with the basic floor layout. All the builds that I will make in this series will be focused on a couple of features, such as realism and simplicity. I made another video explaining more about it and going more in depth. So if you want to check it out, then click the link that's on the screen right now. Now that the walls are done, I can place the upper floor. Because I want to place the doors in the middle of the floor, I first use half floors to connect the door to that. After I place the door, I can replace the half one with a full floor. This took a bit of fooling around before I got it right. I wanted there to be two separate rooms on the upper floor that settlers could use as a little hotel room of some sorts. To make these two rooms separate from each other, I had to use a combination of corner pieces and half walls. Now that the upper floor is finished, I can place on the roof. For the staircase, I use slightly longer columns. Before I place the other columns, I decided to start building the railings first, so they don't intervene with each other. Now that the railings and columns are finished, we can put on the final touches, such as doors and small staircases. Well, we got the main structure finished now, so let's put on some decorations. Alright, let's get started on the decorations. Because this is gonna be a hotel/bar, it needs a small kitchen. In the kitchen I placed some warehouse shelves and a cooking stove. On the shelves I will place a mixture of food and kitchenware. For this I'm using the mod called OC Decorator, which creates static loot, which can't be knocked around by, for example, dog meat or any other companion. I really wanted to have a cutting board next to the stove. Now that the kitchen is done, it's time to start on the interior of the restaurant. I figured these barrels would work very well as little tables that the settlers could sit at. Right after the barrels, I came across this huge sign saying rooms for rent. I found the Anna's Café sign and placed it on the front of the building. The inside of the restaurant still looks pretty boring. To make it less boring, I will place a variety of signs. For example, a menu, and some Minutemen propaganda. The outside also looked a bit empty, that's why I placed a open sign. And it wouldn't be a bar, of course, without an actual bar manned by a settler. I'm using all different chairs to create the biggest variety between each other. It looks a bit dark on the inside, that's why I'm gonna create a light. Of course, the building first has to be connected to an electricity source. I'm using the console command called TLC to toggle collision mode off. Now I can connect cables through walls. I also want to shed some light on the big sign on the outside of the building. For this I use the TLC command in the console again. It still looks a bit empty on the outside of the building, that's why I'm placing some flags to give it some color. We still have to decorate the two little hotel rooms we created all the way in the beginning. First I will place some beds so the settlers can sleep on it. Then I would place either a closet or a desk to fill up the remaining space in the room. I decided to place this little stool here in a way that the settler would be looking outside of the room. Well, here we have it, people, Anna's Cafe. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it helped you out, then smash that like button, and if you want to see more builds in the future, then subscribe to my channel. This channel is brand spanking new, so there isn't much on it yet, but that will change. My name is Tuesday, and I will see you next time.